Boom, baby. We are live. What is up, guys? It is me, MLD. Welcome to Interview with Man, episode 831. I've just realized that daylight savings time has happened. There is no daylight savings time in Japan, so I am late, but this will be the only episode I'm late. So, that being said, we're going to jump right into it. Signs you may be a beta male forever. This is just going to be very honest. This is an episode that it's going to be one of those episodes when you watch that it's going to for a lot of you, it's going to hurt your feelings. For a lot of you, it's going to be uncomfortable episode. You're going to figure out a lot of painful truths about yourself. I'm going to tell you exactly who you are with today's episode. And the good news is the few, the elite that stick around to watch this and the elite that take the advice, you will rise to the top. But for a lot of guys out there, we're going to cover so much. So sit tight, get ready. We're going to have a good one.
Established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit.
Okay, because you don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay.
Did
you
you
can
watch my
do
channel?
what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's
you can do
triggered.
that. No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
My man,
It's common sense in every other country in the god world, but here you gotta get out of god Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're gonna attract f***ing predators.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Good morning from Tokyo, Japan. It's me, MLD. Getting off to a little bit of a slower start. It is so cold in Tokyo. It is the coldest it's been all winter, and it's March 11th. Boy, oh boy, do I hate the cold weather. It is not for me. If you're one of those people who can live in the cold weather, you have my respect, because boy, oh boy, do I dislike it. So let's jump into today's episode. Yeah, tonight we're going to talk about signs you might be a beta male forever. Should I put on my blue blockers to look like beta male MLD? How does this look? This is like emo beta male MLD version here. Let's talk about our feelings. So you guys know I'm pretty transparent with everything that I do on the channel, and where I get a lot of my information from and my thesis and all that. And well, I've been doing some work behind the scenes, right? as you guys know, this is a business. Modern life dating is a business. And I am working with some higher level professionals right now to, kind of optimize the digital marketing systems that we're using here at Modern Life Dating. And what the guy is making me do is he's making me look at my history of training, right? So a lot of you guys know I've been doing the most amount of training that anybody in this corner of the internet has been doing. And when I mean training, it's like doing hands-on interactive training. Because when you sign up for one of my courses, right? I'm the one that really started this whole webinar education model. And when you sign up for my courses, how it works, you get a pre-recorded video course, and then you get anywhere between 5 to 10 days of live webinar training, right? Where we get on a call and it's like me, you, my team, experts in the industry, and we specifically look at your problems because your problems are different from some other guy's problems, and you want your problems solved quickly, efficiently, right? And the only way to do that is to sit down and have these intricate conversations with you, with experts in money muscles game frame, like I have behind me, right? Funny enough that you mentioned that. I am going to go meet the Hormozis next month. It's going to be lit. You'll see. I'll take pictures. Check me out on Instagram, Hot Dude Life. I'll definitely be posting those. So, one of the exercises that this is another guy, but one of the exercises that they make me do here is, so for example, there's 5,110 people who have some form of my courses, education, or training. Okay. Now, from that number, a percentage of them don't even show up to the Zoom webinar training that is included with everything that we do here on the training programs, right? And what I've been looking for is patterns between guys that succeed and patterns of guys that fail. And there are more guys who fail than succeed, but there's a reason there. It's not because there's two little ways to look at this. This is going to be a long, nuanced episode. Before we get into that, real quick, let's go to comment review, the favorite part of my show. We only have 2 comments from the last free consultation Friday, even though it was really, really good episode, which is good because I'm kind of in the zone right now to talk about the other stuff. Real quick, we have Andrew Johnson 2205 says, new to your channel after watching the Red Pill Avengers Return episode on Fresh and Fit. 38 from Vancouver, Canada. Really enjoying your new content and overall message in the past month that I've been watching. It resonates. Keep up the good work and being authentic, MLD. You know, it's wild. I'll read this real quick. W86, The Matrix. This guy's always watching and commenting. Much love to you, brother. Thank you for your continued support. WLD, W Free Consultation. I appreciate the free content. My call will be coming soon. Sweet. I look forward to talking to you. It's going to be a good time. What's funny, that guy said authentic. There's a couple things. The number one thing apparently people like about me is the authenticity, right? And if you ever met me and if you ever worked with me one-on-one, you know, like, I'm just really good at what I do. I'm really good at seeing you have your individual and specialized talent that you could bring to the world. Everybody, this is my general thesis and my general thoughts in life. It's funny because my mom said something similar to to what I'm going to add here. I think that everybody has a special gift or talent that they can give to the world. Everybody. And I think everybody's talents are different. For example, I'm not like a very brainiac person. I can't sit down and crank out numbers and crank out
math and do these kind of things. But I could work a room like you say, hey, Jonathan, we got a room of 1,000 people on you got to go get on the stage and entertain the crowd for the next 30 minutes while we prepare the next speaker. For me, no problem. Cakewalk, piece of easy as possible. So we all have our specialties. We all have our strengths. We all have our goals. And everybody has an individual special talent. But the thing is, there is like a dark side to life. There is, sorry, my dog, Happy's digging in her bed. You all right? She distracted me. She's like digging down into her bed. The thing is, there is a dark side to life. And that dark side is when we give in to the temptation of negative thoughts, and negative thoughts breed negative feelings, and negative feelings make you take negative actions. And when you take negative actions, you develop a negative character. And when you have a negative character, you're cooked. Okay. There's a couple things that I've noticed. So we'll start from the top down. Okay. Signs that you may be a beta male forever. The number one thing that is the biggest problem for me to overcome and the hardest hurdle. Okay. Real quick, I'll ask chat, 30 seconds on the clock. Money, muscles, game, or frame. What is the most difficult thing for me to help a guy with? Vote in the chat. Let me know. I'm interested. We're going to do an interactive episode today. We're always interactive. Renaissance Man says frame. Brooklyn says frame. Roy, is that you, Royland? It says frame. Popo says frame. Charles says frame. Nolan Baptiste, frame. Frame. My bad style. Frame. Game. Wrong. Frame. What's up, Royland? What is frame? Crypto Geo Gustav. She's hating on my super cool Maltese archive. You don't even know this brand. Exclusive pimpin'. It's okay. Alec Grace's game frame. So 100%. You guys are correct. Get money. It is frame. Okay. This is going to sound like, I'm trying to be Mr. Red Pill, cool guy, edgelord. Okay. But bring that outfit to Hawaii. It's too hot for Hawaii, bro.
Shut up and take my money.
Hey, Aaron Clary's in the house. Says Goodwill greater than Louis Vuitton. Did you intentionally spell it wrong, or you don't know how to spell it? Do women ever stop testing the men even after falling for him? No. It's just female nature. The biggest thing that I've noticed, the hardest thing to overcome with a guy, is a guy who lives at home with his single mother. This is the large. I can look at a guy. I could watch him communicate. I can see the way he speaks, the way he dresses, the way he styles himself. And these guys are neutered. These guys have become what I call the de facto husband. Okay. If you ever watched the movie The Joker, all right, with Joaquin Phoenix, there's a scene at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, where he kills his mother. She's in the hospital, and he takes the pillow and he suffocates her to death. And after that, he feels like he's free. And that movie was celebrated amongst incels. And the reason why is because that is happening now more than ever. Okay. Because the bottom line is this. We have the feminist movement in America telling women to get divorces. And then they get a divorce
A lot of time they have children in divorce, and the courts set them up to get the kids, so they get the money, and they isolate the father away from the children, and that creates the worst kind of children possible. I was raised in a single mother household. It was a nightmare. Okay. All this glorified bullshit you see in the news and the media, I can tell you firsthand, it was a fucking nightmare. All right. Did my mom do her best? Yes. But at the end of the day, women need a man around, period. They need a man around to lead them, guide them, and to keep them from fucking up their own life. And if a woman says like, well, I got to get away from this man because he fucked my life up. Well, case in point, you're so fucked. You chose a bad man. Like, it always goes back to a woman needs a good man in her life, leading her and guiding her. So they divorced the dad, but then guess what? As a young man, you turn 15, 16, 17, 18, you kind of become like the de facto husband, and your mom will supplicate her masculine needs through the son. And this neuters men. This makes guys the biggest pussies ever. And women aren't even aware of it because women don't know how to be a man. Women don't know how to raise a man. Women don't know everything that she does. Everything a mother does for her child is to prioritize the safety of the child. And it's funny, in America, they do it the other way around. Everything in America is backwards, right? Even the women, I'm telling you, some things in America that is like feminizing the men and masculinizing the women. I just don't understand, why do all these girls in these Western countries, why are their voices so deep? Have you ever guys stopped to think about that? In Japan, in Korea, in Thailand, even in South America, the girls have light feminine voices, but only in like in America and these westernized pieces, these girls are like, hey, my name's Rachel. Yeah, I'm a Gemini, and I'm just such a sensitive woman. Why do all these bitches sound so fucking manly, especially these younger ones, right? But anyways, going back to that, what the single mothers do is they tell their daughters, go out there and do everything. Yeah, be, fucking go out and ruin your lives, basically, because the ideal feminine woman you want to preserve, a woman you want to preserve, you want to protect, you want to keep her from having the outside world damaged her. That's why we say, oh, this is a traumatized woman. This is a bad thing. This is not a good thing, right? The opposite is true for men. You need to send men out into the world to get dramatized. It's like if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, when they're like, every time a Saiyan loses a battle, he becomes even more strong. His power level ascends to the next level, right? It's the opposite for women. Women they start with a very, very high power level, but the world can only bring their power level down. Only when they attach themselves to a good man can they level up with that man. Okay. When you're in a good relationship with a good woman and you're a strong masculine leader, you both level up together. In a situation where the woman is in charge of a relationship with a man, she doesn't like train him up to level him up. A woman doesn't know how to lead and guide a man. They don't know. They're going to be like, oh, just do some push-ups. Oh, don't do too many push-ups. Actually, here, lay down. Let me go make you some lunch. Don't work too hard. Don't work too hard. Okay. So they neuter these guys. They pussify these men. They don't know what they're doing. And I can't tell you, man, how many times I've seen these guys, and the symptoms are always the same. Very feminine, typically overweight and or obese. Okay. Because the mother's always saying, oh, stay home. Don't do too much. Eat this, overfeeding them, just wanting to make sure that the baby is safe. And all you're doing is raising a gigantic pussy. I'm telling you. And a lot of guys don't want to hear it, but I really don't care because I'm right and you're wrong, and grow the fuck up and listen to me. Okay. Because if you were right, you'd be the multi-million-dollar business owner and you'd be running the show. Right. But you're watching me trying to get help from me. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Staying and living at home with your parents as a man, it fagotizes you. It fags you up. It pussifies you. It neuters you. You are chopping your own balls off when you stay living at home. It is basic human male survival 101. Move out, Have your own place, sustain yourself as a man. I don't care if you're saving money because of the economy. I don't care. If you want to maximize your potential, you watch me. You want to go be fucking Johnny middle class or whatever, just, I look forward to making $45,000 a year. Like, and you think that's a good idea, okay? You have no idea of economics. You have no idea where the economy's heading, and you have no idea about the longevity of life and the longevity of success that you need financially to sustain yourself through your 20s, through your 30s, through your 40s, through your 50s, through your 60s, and onwards. Okay. So, sign number one, you may be a beta male forever, is you live at home with your parents, and even doubly so, you live at home with your mother. Single mother. You have no idea. And if your mother runs the show and your father, they're married and your mom runs the show, and you're living at home and scratching your own head, good job, little buddy boy. We're going to get you some donuts tonight. You want to come get some donuts with us? Oh, you're 28. You can't keep a job? It's okay. We'll get some donuts and ice cream. Don't worry. Okay. And yeah, it's a bad strategy. You're only going to get good at something by doing it. Recently, I talked to a young man that's in my community. He's watching right now, and I respect you. Trying to do your best. You're moving too slow, though. He says, I want to get into real estate, but I'm going to get a sales job so I get good at sales so then I can do real estate. And it's like, no, stop right there. What you need to do is get into real estate, because you want to be good at real estate. And being good at sales is a component of real estate. You see, the only way you're going to get good at something is by doing that exact thing, period. If you want to get good at juggling, but you're like, I'm going to go learn golf because golf teaches you self-control and you can hold the pole the golf rod, where the hell you call it, golf club, real well. And then with that hand strength, then I can learn to juggle. It's like, no, dickhead, go learn how to juggle, because your objective is juggling. You guys, the biggest problem every guy has, not enough pussy, right? Majority of men don't get enough pussy. Get close to zero. Like, that's another thing. Like, the average guy just thinks like, oh, yeah, just get no pussy is no problem. It's like, Jesus, we have the elites, the Illuminati, the Jews, whatever boogeyman you want to blame on society, they're winning, bro. Because these young kids, they go around thinking like, yeah, I'm just going to be okay with not getting any sex. This is unheard of. But a lot of guys, when they suck with game, they're like, oh, I'm just going to go to the gym and get really jacked. Oh no, I suck at game. I'm going to get more money. Okay. 0 to 100. Thanks, Richard UMLD. XRP to the moon, bro. I have, this market is cooked. It's a whole other episode. This market is cooked. I think the bull market's over. I've actually told the guys behind the scene, I'm getting some pushback, but I'm right as usual. This thing's cooked. This thing's cooked. But thank you for your donation. That was very nice of you, sir. Appreciate you. You guys know I have a rabid source of ADHD, so I already lost what I was thinking. Where are we at? I got distracted. Okay, well, going back to the root cause here. Living at home, right? And then getting good at something. The only way you're going to do it is by doing it. So I really don't care what you guys say about living at home. Okay, you are stunting your growth. You are delaying the inevitable. Okay, and a lot of you guys saying that, oh, I want to save money at home. You don't have financial plans. You don't have $10,000 plus saved in the bank account. And if you do, if you hear these things, then this does apply to you. But I'm talking about the general person who says, oh, I'm living at home to save money, because you don't have $10,000 to save. You don't have $10,000 saved up. You aren't working on a big business plan to get out. You are doing the pretty much bare minimum, you know. And a lot of these guys too, like they're you know, they live at home to go, you know, live it up a little bit. You want to go to a little expensive restaurant here and there, treat yourself. You want to go out and drink, booze, whatever. You know, you want to just live a life of leisure. Okay. But when you live a life of leisure, all you guys have to remember this, man. If you live a life of leisure for too long, you're wasting time. And when you're wasting time, the joke is on you because time is wasting you. Because the objective reality of a masculine imperative in life is very simple. As you live, you must level up. Because inevitably, if you are not leveling up, you are by default leveling down. You have to put in work just to stay at break even as you get older. Gym is move it or lose it, baby. Use it or lose it. You don't go to the gym, you don't exercise, you're going to look disgusting. Period. Flabby old man. Okay. Drinking alcohol, I got to tell you guys, for me, and you know, I'm a very high performing individual. I'm a very, very self-disciplined, self-motivated, high level kind of guy. All right. In regards to just the quality of life that I live. Right. I don't really drink alcohol anymore. I'm trying to think the last time I drank alcohol. Probably like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe. I don't remember. It is such a non-factor in my life. Okay. Because it's just a leisure activity. And reality is, right? I'm talking to a friend of mine and he's having some marital problems. He's not red pilled. He's not fucking, you know, ironically, he made fun of me when I started this business. Now he came to me for help.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Back to me. He is married. And, you know, he went, him and his wife like to occasionally go out and drink and party, right? And they like to drink and party. And there was a situation when they were at a house party and the wife was like openly flirting with my friend's business partner of all things in front of him. And he told her like, stop. And she's like, no, I don't want to. Okay. And I told him an uncomfortable truth. I said, listen, when you're in a relationship with a woman, okay, you know, going out and adding in alcohol to the relationship and getting her drunk and taking her in public and parading her around around other drunken men, it's like you're just inviting trouble into your relationship. Okay. I personally believe that there is only room for one degenerate in a relationship. If there's one person that's going to drink or, you know, smoke some weed or party from time to time, it should be the man. And the woman should be just like the one that's like an even keel, sober kind of, you know, stay at home and keep the house good kind of person, right? That's the way it's been working for the longest time ever. We've steered away from that, and now we have an army of drunken whores everywhere. So, shout out to all the single ladies growing in numbers. Okay, your relationship is a sacred thing. It is it is not something you should just be putting all over social media. It is not something that you should be flaunting and telling everybody the world about it. You know, it is a private relationship between you and the most important partner you ever choose in your entire life, which is the woman you choose to bring into your life. Okay. And if you have no frame and if you have no game, and plus you guys are in your late 30s and you're still introducing alcohol to the relationship, it's only going to cause more problems. There is a 0% ROI on consuming alcohol. I've realized at this point. If you're a man and you're out here dating and you'd like to casually have a drink or two while on dates with girls, I get it. I did that all the time. Okay. But if you ask me,
one of two options. Like, do you want to go and have a couple casual drinks at a bar? I'm more inclined to be like, no. But if you're like, do you want to go to a bakery and eat some donuts and drink like a cappuccino? I'm more inclined to say yes. Right. But that's my thing. I would prefer to eat sugar and that kind of shit than alcohol, which is just, it's literally you're poisoning yourself. When you get drunk, your body's reacting to a poison. Okay. Destroys testosterone levels, destroys muscle mass, increases estrogen and feminization in men, empty calories as well. Plus, you're in a situation where you're doing things that are anti-success. It's just not good for you long term. So if you're just drinking for leisure and you want to be like a high level guy, I'm telling you, just you're cooked. Okay. Chase Rubidoux says having 10K in the bank makes most issues an inconvenience and not a crisis. You'll be frustrated, but it won't feel world ending. Yeah, that's very, and respect to you, brother. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I think this, I'm gonna leave this up here. This is a good thing there, right? Are you married? How's it going for you? I am not married. No, but I have forgotten more women than you have ever been with. So sit down and listen, Junior. Okay. It's another thing. You get snarky comments from these little nerds that haven't accomplished everything. That's on my list here as well. Okay. But the thing is this, one thing I had one of the exercises I did was we mapped out, out of the 5,110 students that I've had, that doesn't include monthly coaching and does not include one-on-one consultations, paid even in crypto or through PayPal or my other processors. This is just my course data I'm looking at. Just if you acquired a course, if you're one of the 5,110 people that have acquired a course from me between 2019 until present day, this is the data that I'm surveying from. And there is a pattern with people who are failing and consistently striking out. And there's a pattern with people who are winning. And the losers outnumber the winners. And the only reason is because of the actions they take, So the number one thing I've learned, and I've seen it across, I've seen white guys fagged up by their moms. I've seen black guys fagged up by their moms. I've seen Spanish guys fagged up by their moms. I've seen Muslim dudes, right? Fagged up by their moms, Indian guys, like literally Russian guys, European guys, like it is a psychological phenomenon that is consistent over ages. I've seen guys in their 20s, 30s, 40s. I've seen guys in their 50s fagged up by your mom, calling mommy every week. Mommy, 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 get what's going on today, mommy? Okay. I've seen this shit. And I'm here, like I said, I'm here to just give it to you guys straight, This is stuff, and it's like, I'm a data scientist too, because I have my background in psychology, and all I do is look at data and numbers, same thing with cryptocurrency. And I'm a very data-driven guy. And like, this is like, I never thought, because I'm working with an expert to restructure systems. And, it never really hit me as hard as it did now when I saw this data. And the number one thing is guys who live at home with the parents, but especially if you're a grown man and you live at home with your mother. If you're a grown man, you live at home, you guys have a symptom. Like I said, feminize, typically also, like, I don't know what it is. It's like all these guys, glasses. Majority of these dudes have glasses too. So they got the beard, bald head, little fat, glasses. The way they speak is feminized, right? They're not really driven in work. They're not really driven to achieve higher. And across the board, these guys are all fucking making $50,000 a year or less. Okay. And 50,000 is at the top end. Okay. I have seen the most talented people. I'm some of the smartest people I've ever met in my entire fucking life. I've seen a single mother cling to them like a vampire and suck the life out of these fucking guys, suck the fucking hope out of their eyes, fatten them up, fag them up, and make these guys depressed, hate-filled, undateable, and just like broken men. Broken. Literally, every sense of the word broken. Broken. Like you can't fix. There's no going back. And it's just, the saddest thing is it's a self-imposed prison. Okay? A self-imposed prison. See, this is something else I'm glad you wrote this. This is also something connected. Okay. The second thing I wanted to bring to the guys' attention that I've noticed is with these beta male guys, they do not want to let go of their vices. The very things that are damaging their lives, they do not want to let go of them. Moderately drinking red wine can be healthy for your heart, though, right? Go to the fucking gym. If you're worried about your heart health, go fucking exercise. That's the best thing you could do for your heart. Why don't you whip out a fucking chart? Person A exercised for 10 years in a row. Person B moderately drank red wine, hoping that his heart would be better after 10 years. Which person you think is going to have better metrics across the board? When I another thing of this, so not wanting to let go of their vice, and the main thing is video games are fine, dude. I'm telling you right now, video games are overblown. This is overblown. Okay? Overblown. I have played video games my whole fucking life, and thanks for me learning those systems and mastering those systems and being good at them, I have made a fuckload of money, and I'll continue to make money. Okay? Playing video games is better than fucking going out and drinking. I'll tell you that. That's way better. But anyways, another thing I've noticed with these guys is, like I said, they are overweight and or obese. Okay, they are fat. And they think, oh, the reason I'm fat is because I don't go to the gym. And it is completely bullshit. The reason why you're obese, the reason why you're overweight is because you have an unhealthy relationship with food. You do not respect yourself and you overconsume and you are getting fat. And you know why these guys do it? Because they're sad. They are depressed. And because, again, a lot of these guys, they want to stand up against their mother. They want to say, hey, I can do more. I can do this. But then their mother keeps them down. And when you live with your parents at home, they always see you like a child. It doesn't matter if you're 25, 30, 35. It doesn't matter. You're always a little child in your parents' eyes. They always see that little boy, that little girl. Okay. They always see that. And then they treat you accordingly. Okay. You cannot have big dreams, okay? And you cannot have big hopes, and you cannot have big aspirations being surrounded by people who are constantly telling you, don't do so much, don't do so much, don't do so much. Okay? And a lot of things is a lot of women are not ambitious people. They're just by nature, they're not ambitious, okay? And they don't know how to push. They don't know how to grind like men do. Men are the ones who can grind. Men are the ones who go to office and enjoy working these psychopathic 80-hour work weeks. I used to do it all the time. When I was making cash money in Hawaii, driving taxi, and I saw that I could make 2, fucking 3, not even 2, Jesus Christ. Like and this was 2014, I would make 3 to 4 grand in a week, cash in my fucking hand. All I had to do was work 80 hours. And for me, not a problem at all. Not a single fucking problem at all. I would work and work and work and work and work.
because I love it. I came home with a handful of cash. There's dating this Japanese girl at the time. I would just put it on the table, like count today's money and prepare dinner. I'm going to go shower. And when you bring home a stack of cash and you're out here been working, because your girls, another thing too, your women don't like to see you lounging around the house being a fucking bum all day, bro. They like to see you working. They like to see you grinding. A good woman, a smart woman, a dumb woman's like, oh my God, you're working too much. Like smart women knows, like, this man's working. He's paying fucking bills. I need to shut the fuck up and make him a coffee or something. Right? Or you got to go get that ass out on the fucking work in the work world, which they don't want to do. You know, you got to understand, to achieve at a high level, you have to dream at a high level, and then you have to act at a high level. And these moms always tell them, oh, don't do it. You don't take a rest. Take a rest. Don't push yourself. Don't push yourself. Always say that, because they always err to the side of caution and safety. Okay. So that's another thing, right? Not wanting to give up the vice. I talked to somebody this week, and you know, he's new to the coaching, and you know, he's clinically obese. And he was trying to negotiate with me. He's like, dude, he's like, I want to eat fast food once or twice a week. I was like, I understand you're new here and we're going to help you, but there's no fucking room for fast food in your life if you're a fucking fat ass. Zero. Costs more, lower quality of food, more likely to give you cancer, higher calories, less nutrient dense. Like, where else do you want me to go? That's just like the TLDR of this is a bad idea. And I said, do you want to eat fucking fast food, or do you want to lose weight and get some girls and change your fucking life? Or you need a cheeseburger that fucking bad? Not willing to give up their vices. Okay. If you got to booze all the time, sorry. Not going to make it. If you need to do those things, if you're like, I need a drink to take the edge off. No, you don't. You have an addiction problem. Go to the gym, lift some weights. There are healthy ways to handle your stress. Drugs, alcohol, cheap dopamine, prostitution, whatever the case may be, not the answer. Anything that you seek outside of yourself is typically not the answer. If you need some kind of external thing to calm you down, you don't have control of yourself. You know? So, lives at home with mom. Overweight and or obese. Doesn't want to give up his vices. Okay. Those are just some of the things right there. Actually, you know what? I have my notes here. Let me just take a look. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So another thing is this. It sounds simple. It sounds like, you know, nothing crazy, but being lazy. Your life, the more fucked up your life is, okay, this is like the let me tell you something. In digital marketing world, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to tell everybody it's really easy to do. You can do it fast and it won't be hard. And you're like, that's what you're supposed to tell people. So they sign up, and then you're like, actually, it's really hard. Here's what we got to do. And a lot of people wash out. But I just want to skip the bullshit here, because what I'm trying to do is paint a very clear picture of people who can win and people who cannot win. And then you at home, you can decide who you are and take action from there. All right. But the reality is, the fatter you are, the longer you're going to have to diet and the harder you're going to have to work to get out of this hole. The more debt you're in, the more broke you are, the harder you're going to have to work to get out of this hole. the older you are and the farther behind you are, the more work you're going to have to do. Or on the other side, if you don't do the work, your life is just going to continue to trend down and get worse, right? It's just going to get worse. But lazy, and again, that comes with lacking discipline, and that comes with living home with mommy. Women are lazy by nature. They're not hard workers like men. And then on top of that, they pass that laziness on to son. I've never, ever, 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 ever met a guy who was a hardcore overachiever, top of his game, just like driven savage that lives at home with his mom. Now, have I met single guys who were raised by single mothers who are totally crushing it? Yeah. And the pattern is they don't live at home with mommy, and they actually isolate their relationship to a degree. Okay. They're not like some of these guys calling mommy every day, bro. Let's cut the fucking umbilical cord, dude. Calling mommy every day. And a lot of these guys too, I'm telling you, these guys get to the point and like mom calls me like, oh, yes, mom. Fucking 35-year-old man. Self-inflicted prison. Self-inflicted hell. Okay. And I'm telling you, that's why that movie Joker, they celebrated when he killed his mom in the movie theater. I'm telling you, that's why that movie was so celebrated. That one scene when he killed his mom and he just became this like psychopathic murderer. I'm telling you, that was it. That was a $20 million budget film, and they made $1 billion off of it. It's like a 50x. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's just the symptoms of our time. But the laziness really is a problem. I talked to a lot of guys, and another thing is this, we're going to add this in, is the consistent and dependent use of pornography. The consistent and defending of the use of pornography. Like they need to, that is a childish thing to do. Okay. When you're a little teenage boy, you go around and jerk off and hide from your mommy in your room. Hopefully, they don't catch you. Okay. But again, across the board, I've seen this, the use of pornography. Like, that is the most beta male shit ever. If you have no control over yourself and you need to go look at naked pictures of women on the screen because you're too much of a coward to go talk to a real woman in real life because you lack confidence. You lack confidence because you're not taking action. You're not taking action because your mom and your parents are fagging you up, telling you, it's okay, little buddy. It's okay, little buddy. So you have no goals of accomplishment because you've taken no action. You've taken no risk. You didn't go out in the world and try to better yourself and fail. And then the strongest thing about failure is how you recover from failure. And that's where you get the confidence. Because you get confidence from either losing and making the comeback to zero and then restarting again, or you get confidence from winning. But you guys are taking shots. So you have no confidence. And you have no confidence, you think to yourself, well, why would this girl want to be with me? Why would this girl want to talk to me? If I were to cold approach a girl or hit her up on fucking dating app or something like that. So you go look at fucking pixels on the screen and get excited. Because you see naked lady body parts. Because that sedates you too. Pornography sedates you. Comfortably numb. That's what you guys are. Like pump. You ever hear that Pink Floyd song? Comfortably Numb. That's what people do when they're the only way you're going to change your life. You have to understand you're going to experience emotional pain regardless in this life. So you suffer the emotional pain of doing the hard work, discipline, and growing hard, you know, or you grow soft and you just numb yourself along the way, you know. And all the root cause of all this stuff is sadness and depression for not thinking you're good enough because you're not taking action. It's right then and there. That's it. Very simple. You know? It's all numbing agents. It's all symptom of problems that you're running from. You know? Another thing is this too. Here's another symptom I learned, right? A lot of these guys, right? It's amazing. A lot of these guys that come to me that fail is they want to be a source of authority. Every guy that I talk to that has like a consistent level of loserdom to him, quite frankly. All right. They always want to appear like they got their shit going on. They always want to appear like, oh, this is how you do this. And this is how you do this. You should talk to a girl like this. And like, bro, do you have women in your life? No. Shut the fuck up. These guys, these fat motherfuckers, wanting to give diet advice and fitness and training advice. Well, you should do this and this and this and this. And it's like, really? Because you're fucking fat. They want to be seen as an authority figure when they are anything but an authority figure. Winners are more focused on winning, not appearing to win or wanting to direct people. Winning is a full-time job. Okay? And what I've noticed is that these guys, they in the chats, in the group chats, they want to talk, oh, what do you think about this money idea? What do you think about this thing, this strategy to talk to girl? What do you think about this diet and training plan? You know? Oh, my favorite thing is these guys are fucking fat as fuck. They're like, I'm worried about losing muscle. Like, I'm worried about you losing your fucking life, you fat shit. The priorities are out of whack. And they're just telling themselves this bullshit story so they don't have to go to the gym, so they don't have to watch their diet, and they don't have to fucking change. And then guess what? If you hate your life and you don't want to do something to change, that is your life. Again, but they lack the confidence because they lack the self-love because they're constantly be told by mommy, stay home. It's okay, my little baby. It's okay. It's okay. Sheltering them, keeping them weak, keeping them fucking docile, keeping them neutered. And then they wonder why. Oh, why is my son a loser? You know? Aspire Sanchez. Thanks for the message, John. It's Jon. I'm depressed AF with an injury. It's all right. At least you have the desire to move and come back. Okay. No, this is the bullets. This is the gayest shit I've ever read in my entire life. It's not just money. It's also the government for real. They will be overly authoritative. No, if you're blaming the government, listen, look, is this you? Are you a white guy in America? Charles Kaplan? If you're a white guy in America and you're fucking bitching about the economy or not being able to succeed in life, that's 1,000% on you, pal. Okay, like I told you, whatever phantom organization you guys are blaming, if it's blacks blaming the whites, or whites blaming the Jews, or men blaming the feminist, or it's the libertarians blaming the government, you're all full of shit. It's all your fault. Effort is the great equalizer. And like I've told you, everything connected to these guys that I'm talking about, it's a lack of effort. Lazy. Don't take risk. How much of a fucking pussy are you guys at home? Think about this just for real. Let's just be honest. That you guys are afraid to walk up to a woman and ask her out on a date. Just stop and register that. Even if it's in a foreign country, who gives a shit? She don't speak English. Oh, what? Is she going to put a fucking arrow in your heart? Think about that. You're afraid to walk up to a woman. What is she going to do? Is she going to beat your ass? Are you that much of a gigantic gaping vagina? You're afraid the girl's going to beat your ass? Think about that. Reverse engineer your goals and desires and then your level of risk taking. And are you going to get there? Some of you guys want to make $1 million a year, $100,000 a year, but the risk you want to take, well, you know, I'm going to wait 10 months to take fucking action on a goal and then finally get a job. No job, living at home, tell you to do something. 10 months later, 11 months later, you're like, okay, finally, after taking 10 months, I'm going to get a job. You're cooked. You're cooked. Your life is over. You might as well give up at that rate. You might as well give up. Afraid to talk to a girl, but you want to have a harem? I want to find this is the shit I hear all the time. I want to find a girl that's cool with me having threesomes with her and other girls. Oh. All right, go talk to that girl. Oh, I don't know, bro. Fucking she has her headphones in her ears. Wouldn't God forbid you interrupt Doja Cat. Government taxes and fines for everything, and not talk about conspiracies. Here's a conspiracy. You're a faggot. That's the truth. If you're sitting here, we're crying about shit like this, go lobby. Go lobby. Go change the fucking government. Okay? I paid $100,000 plus in taxes for consecutive years. All right? And I'm still crushing it. So if I could do it, you can probably pull it off too there, buddy. Again, clinging on to your vices. And your vice is laziness. Okay? The government should tax you on being a fucking faggot. All the deficit would be covered. Tell you what, because there are a bunch of fucking fags in America. I'm not talking homosexual fags. I'm talking like, oh, that's what I'm saying. You're never going to make it. You're never going to make it. You're the kind of guy I'm talking about. Beta male forever. Beta male forever. I know I'm supposed to fucking pump up the masses, right? But the reality is, if you have these symptoms and you have these signs, you're cooked. Get out of the way and let the real men through. You're cooked. You are on the sidelines. No coming back. You have to change your mind. You have to change your thoughts so you can change your actions, so you can change your life. If you don't do that, everything is a delusional cope. Period. And yes, it's hard. And yes, your fucking success is not guaranteed. And yes, a lot of people have failed before you. And yes, you're going to fail along the way, and you're going to have to recover from those failures in money, muscles, game, and frame. I didn't know I was going to rip both my fucking ACLs clear on half on both my knees. At some point in the past, I didn't realize that. And I have to train through that. I have to pay $35,000 to go get surgery and sort this out. I didn't plan that. Do you care at home? No. Just like no one else cares about your fucking struggles. So you might as well get the party started and start working on shit and solving the problems you have in your life. Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about your sob fucking story.
Nobody cares about your excuses. Because when I hear a guy giving me excuses, all I'm hearing is I'm incompetent, feel sorry for me, wah. Get the fuck out of the way. Get away from me. I got shit to do. Nobody cares. So why are we sitting around crying about shit nobody cares about? Really? What is the ROI? Grown-ass man whining about the shit that it is. Okay? It happens. I said hi to a woman at the park today. She walked right by like it did. That happens all the time, bro. I get stonewalled all the time in Tokyo. Deal with it. It is what it is. They all can't say no, but they all can say no when you don't say anything. You take no by default. Okay? But going back to this, they want to be perceived as an authority figure. And that is because they lack self-esteem. They lack self-love. Okay? People who want to be seen as something, like, that is a massive insecurity. Right? Massive insecurity. You just are. You are. You are. You're either you're it or you're not it. Period. You just are. That's the sign of somebody getting it done. The final part, the final point here too, is these guys are argumentative, which if you're an argumentative man, that's a feminine trait. Okay? That is extreme feminine behavior. And it comes from a place of insecurity. As you can see, it's all connected, right? They're uncoachable. They don't have a can-do attitude. They have a pessimistic look on everything because they are trying to defend not taking action. And the reason they don't want to take action is because they're afraid of winning. They're afraid of taking risks. And again, it all goes back to mommy and daddy coddling you. Coddling you. There's a certain softness I can feel in a man's character when I meet a man, when I feel his vibe. It's a certain softness I can feel in these guys that live with mommy and daddy. They have a softer tone of voice. They're less aggressive in life. They're less, they're just less savage. They're less aggressive. When I mean, like, not in their character, but I mean in accomplishing goals, right? They're extremely, extremely, extremely docile. They're not, they're like neutered dogs. They are. They're extremely neutered dogs. Okay. And so my message is this, right? Ask yourself. Just ask yourself, do I really want this life? Do I really want to be a grinding dude? Do I really want to lose weight? Do I really want to make shit happen? Right? Do I really want to go get a bunch of girls? Am I really willing to step up and make the challenge? And another thing is this: if you're after 35, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, and it's always been a consistent pattern of you take a little bit of action, then you fail, take a little bit of action, then you fail, take it and you fail, and you just trend down. You're getting worse over the years. You might have to just accept the fact that you're a beta male. That's true. You might just have to accept the fact that you're a beta male. Like, you embody the decision-making process and everything of a beta male. And I think some people need to accept who they are. Just accept that you are the guy that puts the fries in the bag. Okay? You're the guy who takes the order
for the alpha male guy that's on a date with a mega hottie, a kind of girl that would never, ever, ever be with you. Because at least you'll have more peace in your life. You can go like, learn fishing, or, you can go, I don't know. It's so foreign of a concept. And I don't even know what fucking those kind of people do, but not win, So the good news is, if you've watched this episode and you've listened in and you're like, you know what? That doesn't sound like me. That sounds like kind of the opposite of me. That he really didn't hit the needle on the head with me, the nail on the head with me. And when he described that, that's not me. Okay. Then you're the kind of guy that I can help. You're the kind of guy that I want to work with. I want to work with people who actually want to get results, who actually want to find out what their life purpose is, who actually want to date, meet, lead, and guide women in their life. That's the kind of person I want to offer treatment, help, consultation services to. Those are the kind of people I want to work for. Because when you work with me, I work for you, right? Like I said, I have had tons and tons and tons of client success. You see it on all of the documentaries and all the immersion programs and everything. Total success. Getting the girl likes you, the girl loves you, and she's faithful. She supports you, she's there with you and accepts your guidance. That's what I bring to the table. Okay. And if you are the guy that, you think that, that sounded like, was you got to make some big changes, huge changes, and they're going to be hard, but nothing will be harder than you eking your way through life, being ignored by the women you want to be involved with, being laughed at, being picked on, being bullied, being disrespected, right? Constantly the butt of the joke, constantly overlooked, trying to get the girl that you want, Part of being a man is accepting reality, accepting truth. Okay. Just ask yourself, hey, is this for me? Or are you just LARPing? A lot of guys want to just join the community and tell everybody how awesome they are. It's like, really? Because you're short, you're fat, you're sexless, and you're broke, and you look like an unkempt, dirty little Ewok. It don't add up. Okay. I mean, say it like this stuff here.
Shut up and take my money.
Modern women are whores anyway. Yeah, and modern day dudes are fucking fat loser faggot asses. So what? Where am I telling anybody on this fucking channel to wife up a whore? James, $9.99 super chat. Hey, MLD, thank you very much, James. Appreciate you, brother. Always a fan of the content. Question: what's your view on expat living in a place like UAE? How would you compare it to being a foreigner living abroad in Japan? Well, so first things first, I've never been to the UAE, but I'll tell you what I've heard. I've heard that they're very accommodating, they're very modern, and you can live very, very cheap and, or you could live very, very expensive. I heard it's tax free, and I heard that they are doing their best to attract people. Japan is doing the opposite. Japan is a dying country, literally. It is a dying economy. The people here are getting more agitated in day-to-day life. Japanese people are very prideful people. Okay. Here, you will always be second-class citizen and treated like a second-class citizen exclusively because you're not Japanese. I'm saying that I'm fucking rich. I'm richer than 99% of the people I fucking meet. And they still treat me like I'm a black guy and this is 1920s Alabama. Okay. Literally. They don't even want to ride the elevator with me sometimes. So I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore, especially when I know I'm better than these fuckers. Right. So it's not accommodating here. It's a high tax environment. The yen is weakening. Everything that the only thing that Japan is good for is like having sex with a lot of girls. Other than that, quality of life, you're going to live in a small little rat box. You're going to pay expensive rent for it. Everything's overpriced. Everything's small. Could you live Japan on cheap mode? For sure. You can. Absolutely. I personally don't want to be eating processed food out of like fucking Matsuya. You know what I mean? So surface level, Japan is cool, but living here, like vacationing here and living here is completely, because when people come here to vacation, they don't realize how like the day-to-day life really is, because they're in vacation mode and they're in awe. Everything's new. The culture's new. But when that fades and you start having to deal with the day-to-day life, it's not a place to be, especially if you want to like be above and beyond. You know? So Wayne Smith says, my 19-year-old just worked his way to 100K plus company truck, 100K a year plus company truck. Young guys with desire to earn money, trades are good. Well, no, Wayne, you're missing the biggest fucking component here. You're his father in his life. Like, these kids are being stripped away from their fathers and raised by women, which is like automatically going to fag you up. Living at home with your parents fags you up. Okay. Living at home with your mom, ultra fags you up. If you're just mom alone. If you live at home with your parents and your mom kind of runs the show, that also fags you up. If you live at home and dad is in control, mom is second in command, that's the least degree of faggotry that you're getting in your body, but you're still a fucking faggot. All right. It is fagging you up. Okay. It's a very, very real thing what we're having right now. A lot of people can't see it. Okay. But when we get like an uncensored AI that can finally speak free, there'll be a lot more clarity on all these issues without a liberal bias and stuff. That's coming. It's going to be awesome. So that's that. But if that sounded like it wasn't you, it sounded like there's opposite of you, then you're a guy that I can help, and you're a guy that I can change your life. And like I said, I'm focusing on my monthly coaching and my monthly programs, and the Money Muscles Game Monthly. That is a program for you. That is the community for you. This is a community of real people. We had a really good Sunday session this last week where I made everybody do an exercise of mapping out everybody in your life and mapping out their income, how much body fat they have, you know, what's their relationship like, what's the relationship with their girlfriend, their wives like, what's their self-esteem like. And a lot of these guys were very, very shocked when they saw what they saw after we mapped everything out and how very closely they were to the people that they don't want to be like. I say it's time to make some cuts. It's March. March is almost halfway over already. Okay. So come on down. Click here. Go to modernlifedating.com/monthly. Click here. You get 2 weekly Zoom calls with me twice a month. You get a free 30-minute onboarding consultation with me. So you get a consultation. You get 2 live monthly Zoom calls with me on Sunday night. We get you ready to roll for the next upcoming week. And then you have access to immediately to a Telegram chat. So when you sign up, you're going to get an email. Jump in. If you're what I described, if you're lazy, if you're fat, you live at home with your mom, you're unmotivated, you're argumentative, you're lazy, you want to hold on to your vices. If that's you, this is not for you. But if that is not who you are and you are coachable, you're optimistic, you're ready to do work, okay? If you're in good physical fitness, even better, because that already shows me you got some competency and we can work from there. Or if you're just not fat. I'm not saying if you're fat, don't join, but no, if you join, we're going to be holding you accountable to lose weight, because this is not like it's not a sorority, okay? This is an actual community of guys driven and dedicated to making change in their life. That's what this is about. And it's been running strong since 2020, right? So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.